Hello, I'm Becky with Golden Flower Design, and I want to welcome you to another Plan With Me video. And today I'll be walking you through my February bullet journal setup. As you can see, I just finished the title page, and that was with the Tombow Fudinensky Hard Tip Brush Pen. I'm using it again here for the monthly spread, and I am using a Pilot Razor Point Fine Liner. And these are the only two utensils besides the ruler that I'm going to use for this video, other than the pencil and eraser. And I just did that ahead of time because I didn't want to make a mistake. But as you'll see later, I still made a mistake. So anyways, these boxes are 7 by 7 spaces, and I left Wednesday right in the middle of that page, and I think if I did this again, I would not do that. I think it's going to be kind of tricky if I have something that happens on a Wednesday to actually make it look good and clean in that square. So we will just know that for next month. But while you're watching this, I'm just going to go over what happened in January. I was doing time logging, and I was able to do about half the month. So about 15 days I did time logging. So every single hour of the day I would write down what I did, and I think that was pretty successful. And another thing that was successful for me was my plank challenge, and that is about the third month in a row that I was able to kind of stick to the plank challenge. So I'm going to just add that to my evening routine at this point and just keep it going. So now here you're going to check out my cleaning schedule, and it seems pretty hardcore, but I so desperately want to try to keep my house clean. And if you think I'm a superwoman, it's not true. I get about half, maybe less than half of what I write down done in a given month. The dailies I'm pretty good at keeping up on at least every day to every other day, but the weekly and then the monthlies, I think I probably get to those about half the time, and the monthly is really just more motivating to say, okay, I definitely need to get to wiping the cabinets down. I definitely need to get to cleaning the refrigerator out. I haven't done that for 2 months. Let's get it done. So I'm definitely not a superwoman, but I need this to keep myself focused and make sure that I at least am once in a while getting to some of these things. Now, another thing that I had in my January spreads was a fasting devotional, and that was kind of hard for me. I started with the book The Ignatian Adventure. I don't know if you watched my other video, but I mentioned that. I started with that, and it was a little challenging for me. I wasn't in the right headspace for it, and so I switched to doing a word study. So right now I am studying the words, well, it's actually words, a renewed mind. And so I'm using a Vine's dictionary, and I'm learning how to use a concordance. But if you have any suggestions for me with doing a word study, please leave them in the comments. I would be so thankful to go back and check out resources that you think would be helpful or other suggestions. So thanks for that. Here is my habit tracker, and I separate them out into morning routines and evening routines. And then as you see there for plank, I actually write out times. So how many minutes every single day I want to plank. And I start off small, and then I work up to between 4 and 5 minutes. It really just depends on the month, but that's my goal. And this month I'd really like to do some more calligraphy. I don't do it as much as I'd like, and I just was at the dentist, so it's like a conviction every single time I need to floss my teeth, and that is going to be in my habit tracker this month. I'm going to really practice. So this is just my normal things that I track, my spending tracker. Wish list is fairly new for me, but I like the idea of having a wish list because then I can go back every month and say, is that something I still want? Is it still worth me thinking about? And then maybe I'll buy it at that point. So here I am setting some goals for the month of February and then going right into weekly spreads. This is the first time I've used a weekly spread like this. Generally, I don't like the horizontal weekly spread section. I usually prefer a more vertical layout. But I'm trying to use the most of the pages, most of the space, and I think this is gonna work out. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll know within the first week if this is really working for me or not. But yeah, we will see how this goes. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, I'm super excited about my word for the year. I've never had this before. I've never even really thought about it. And for some reason, I guess it's the people that I'm following or, where I'm at in my life. But I have a word of the year and it is perspective. And for me, I think perspective is going to help me grow in the realm of empathy, to be able to kind of take a step back and think about things from another person's perspective, but also to look at my own life and look at that from a different angle, and maybe even realize that I'm not always right. So yeah, perspective, and I think it's already making a difference. I try to, look at things from other perspectives, and it's awesome. It's really good because I can't always assume that the way that my brain thinks is the way that everybody else thinks or is always right. So if you look back at the weekly spread as you see me scribbling away, my hand is like totally cramping up at this point. And now the final flip through. Thank you for spending so much time with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for me or for my bullet journal, please leave those in the comment section below, and I will be happy to incorporate them in the future. And please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.